Hey everyone, welcome to the video today. We will be doing a good discussion on Bitcoin today. So let's go ahead and start with our normal disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. This market is extremely risky and volatile, as you can see over the last weekend. We swung up and then we swung way back down over through both directions. But therefore, you are responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, and this is just my opinion on the market. All right, so let's just take a look at what we have here. Okay, over the weekend, we were inside of this trading range. So we've got, on Friday we were ranging, we were creating this swing high and swing low pattern. The 9th and the 10th, what I do want to say about the weekend, right? So volume is typically pretty low on the weekend. Um, but we were also discussing on the Friday video that you could take a small long position here, but you have to manage your risk appropriately. And so we were talking about some of the zones down here where you would be wanting to manage your risk. And then I was saying that it'd be really great if we could take over 8,800 or so. And we did that, right? So we had a little bit of a rejection back here. Let me zoom in just a little bit so we can see this, and then I'll talk about our overall view here in a moment. But nonetheless, we overtook the 21 exponential. We overtook our horizontal support and resistance here, 8,800 or so. We attempted to close below it. We weren't able to do that, and then we had the explosion that took us all the way back up to 9,200. All right. And everybody in the Discord was all talking like, yeah, it's over 9,000 again. Okay. Shout out to whoever you are. Yes. So we had that good explosion. On the hourly, we got rejected at the 200 simple. If we go to a 2 hour, there is also the 200 simple that we got rejected at. So, on all these different time frames, we had some decent rejections. On the 3 hour, we really did kind of get rejected here at the 55 exponential, also at the 100 exponential. We tried to close above it several times. We weren't really able to make it. And then, of course, if we get to the higher time frames, you can also see on the 4 hour time frame we got rejected at the 55 exponential. And I believe this is likely what was governing the price action, right? So I think that it was the 55 exponential on the 4 hour. And of course, all the other time frames also would likely show lots of confluence there. But now we are being supported by the 200 simple on the 4 hour time frame. If we look at a 12 hour, we are below all of the major moving averages. You can see on the 12 hour, we got rejected at the 21 exponential. And if we look at the daily, our last one that we want to take a look at here, we got rejected at the 100 exponential and the 200 simple moving average on the daily time frame. All right, so now that we've got this daily open here, this is really busy, and I'm not a real big fan of all the different lines and all the different things that we have on this chart here. So I want to remove the moving averages for the time being, just so that we can clean the chart up, even if it is just a little bit. So on the daily time frame, we've been talking about this for a long time. Of course, we have our swing low to swing high, and the support that we had here at the 618, which, if we pull this up here, I'll just pull this up here just for fun. Over here on the left, from the bottom to the top, we had our 618 down here at this green line here at about 72.41, and as we know, we bottomed out, so there's 72.98, and then this one 73.55, so 72.98, we'll call it 7300 for good measure, was the bottom of our current, or our recent price action. So this is the number to hold here at 7,300. It wouldn't surprise me if we came down to 8,000 again. But as of right now, let me go ahead and zoom in now, and we're on a daily time frame. From our swing low to our swing high, we are currently finding support here at the 618, and we had another slight front run. So we were talking on the call, not on the call, on the video last Friday, that we would be looking for this zone right here. And so we have the 618 here, 85.65 or so, and we have the 65%, which is at about 84, 84.60. Okay. So actually what I'm going to do here so I can get rid of this Fibonacci, I'm going to throw the call out right here, pull this out here. So this is going to be our 61.8, and that is, let me just mark that off, at about 85.65. We'll call that just an even 85.65, and then we'll do our second one, which is going to be down here, and let's pull this down right there, and this is going to be our 65% at approximately, and we'll call it 84.50. So these levels, and I'm doing this just for the sake of cleaning up the chart a little bit. I'm going to remove this guy, and I'm going to remove this guy. All right, so we've got these two levels here that we are now wanting to pay attention to. We want to pay attention to these levels. So let's drill down. We don't want to be on the daily time frame anymore. Let's take a look more at the hourly chart, and let's take a look and see what we likely have gotten wrong here. All right, so what we have is, I was counting this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then moving down for the 5. If you look on other exchanges, you don't have the invalidation as far as Elliott is concerned on this 5-wave. You don't have the same invalidation that we do here. So what I actually think we have here, I think this is the 3, but I also believe that this is the 4 up here, which also means that the C is up there as well. So we'll put the 4 up here. We'll put the C up here also to complete the correction. And then that would mean we've got the A, and then this B lasted just a little bit longer, which makes sense, right? Because we try not to jump the gun too much when we have a major expansion on price action, as far as a markdown or a markup on price action. Try not to get too too aggressive on doing corrective counts on here. So we have our A, B, C on the way up, and then we are working on or have completed our 5-wave structure down. My gut is telling me that we do have one more move back down to about 8,500 to 8,525. That's just my gut. I could be wrong, and this could actually be completed. And I'm only saying that because if you measure the move of the 2 to the 3 here, we came back up to the 618. We had a large rejection at the 618. Then, of course, further rejection at the 50%, which is telling us we're going to continue going down. And that puts us down here at about 84.85 or 8,500. So it is very possible that we do come down here. It would not surprise me one bit for us to come down. Although I do also believe that it is possible that this move down here finished our 5-wave structure. To complete that last move down. So what this would be is, of course, from up here, we've got our 1, 2, and then we have this 3, 4, 5. Now that happened very fast. I'm not sure if I'm willing to accept that that is completed yet. But that'll be an alternate. That'll be my red alternate that this is completed, and we have now come down here. So as always, what this means, right? So if you are trading this, right, we're still looking at targets. Let me just pull this out here. We're still looking at targets if we use our trend-based fib and we come all the way up here from the bottom, all the way up here to the top, and then we complete our correction. Even if we completed the correction here again at our low for today, which is at 85.71, we're still looking at another move up to 10,600, a potential move up to 11,800, maybe 12,600. But if we break through that, then we are looking at another top right up at 13,900. So that would take us back up there, potentially to create another a double top scenario. We have a lot of levels to push through. The most important of which, in my opinion, is this one right here, which is at about 94.75 to 9,500. That is previous front run support, resistance. That was the resistance on the quote biggest bull run ever on Bitcoin within the time frame, right? So we all know that that was a significant move up, but we had major rejection at this resistance level. So therefore, it is going to probably take, in my estimation, it's going to probably take a couple weeks for us to grind up through this. If we can overtake 94 to 9500 and count that as support, especially on a daily, if we can find support on this on a daily, then I do think the target to 10,600, 11,800, potentially 12,600 become a real possibility. But as of right now, as far as day trading goes, because we are in a bit of a range right now, right? We're back inside of the lower range. We had rejection at this support level that we previously had, which does lend to the potential for more downside. So I do think that there is very, very good potential that we do come back down here to some of these targets, especially down here 8,500. Now, mind you, we're at 8,700 right now. So we still have a potential $200 move down from where we are. But I think this is a good place for you to, again, start layering your bids. Layering your bids. If you didn't get filled here, right? So if you didn't have your bids here, and I'm talking spot, leverage, dangerous, spot buys. If you didn't have your leverage bids, or sorry, your unleveraged bids, your spot bids, if you didn't have them down here like we were discussing on the video on Friday, I do think you will have another opportunity to buy down here. But the more people that are talking about us coming down here, more people that are getting bearish, the more people that expect it to come down here, the less the chance of it actually doing that is. So 8450, 8500, that would be a good place for you to place those bids, and I would be looking to manage risk. Probably about 8400 to especially down here at 8,300. 83 to 8,400 is where I would be managing my risk, and I would be looking to get out of that spot position and wait for the next move down, which would probably come back down to 8,000. So, you can, set your bids here, 84 to 8,500, set your stop loss about 8,300, and then your rebuy probably right around 8,000. Maybe down to 7,900. 7,900 to 8,000 would be that next area that I would be looking for. But yeah, so for right now, we're back inside of this range. We got rejection up here. We're looking to get a little bit of support here, but it wouldn't expect me to push down a little bit further. This pump that we had up into the Sunday close was pretty suspicious. And then especially with the rejection that we had on the 4-hour time frame, I believe that was the 55 exponential in the 4-hour, if my memory serves me right here. The 4-hour, the 55 exponential in the 4-hour had the rejection there, and then the follow through, and now we are below all major moving averages on the 4-hour time frame and on higher time frames as well. So yeah, that's what I've got right now. So far, we're getting support here at the 200 simple. It would not surprise me for us to break below that on the 4-hour time frame, but if we break below that, getting us down here to 8450, 8500. I do expect us to have a bit of support down here. That's also the top of this channel, so I'm really fixated on the top of this channel as we continue to consolidate above it. Although, of course, it could always break through. We always need to be ready to expect that. So, if we do break through that, then I'll be back to give you another update on this. But this is what my update is on Bitcoin right now. If you do have any questions, feel free to pop in the Discord. If you don't have an invite, just throw in a comment in the YouTube chat, and I will get you an invite. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just a way for me to cut down on the spam and the trolls on the server. If there's anything you'd like for me to look at, feel free to throw in a comment there as well. I am more than happy to take a look at things that people are interested in. I'll be doing a couple other updates throughout the day on Chainlink, Lumens, maybe one on Ripple. I haven't done one on Ripple in a while. Otherwise, have a good day wherever you are. Happy Veterans Day if you're in the United States. And we will